I I don't normally make videos like this. I would rather not, but I I I, I love video games, man. I love video games so much. I've been playing them ever since I was 2 years old. 2 years old. Like like I am 22 right now. I have been gaming for almost 2 decades of my life. And you know why? Because of every single console I've ever owned, which were mostly PlayStation stuff. I owned a PS2 growing up. I became a little bit more of Nintendo way because I owned a Wii and a DS, but I owned a PS4, and eventually I owned a PS5. I bought it with my own money, and I cannot stress enough how many memories I have going back to playing games on the PS2, playing games on the PS5, and having amazing experiences, all with games that I knew I owned purely because of the disc. I don't think it goes without saying that, the disc were the only things keeping Sony safe from the monopoly claim that now they're going to be sued from everywhere for. And, you know, Sony and PlayStation, canceling out on physical discs, I think it was probably the single biggest fuck you I've ever been dealt by that company in my entire life. I have been playing ever since the PS2. I'm not the oldest PlayStation fan. I know that. I also know that my situation is not the same as most people in the world. I don't live with Wi Fi. I don't live with constant internet access. So I'm forced to download everything digitally from a hotspot on my phone that I have to pay $10 for just to get an extra 5 gigabytes out of. That is my internet situation. And yet, Sony has the gall to just end physical disc right then and there. All because of what? Profits? That's what the CEO basically said in her doubling down on it when an investor ended up asking her about it. And, I Sony, if you wanted to lose me as a customer, you should have just said so. Because I see no reason to say no. Again, discs were the only ways I could play. I can't update these games when I want. I can't download games off your store whenever I want. Discs were my only legitimate option. Like you can see in the basket that I'll have here, I have a ton of games that I bought over the years, and I loved almost each and every one of them. I didn't try and waste my time with playing any sports or gun games that everybody buys every year because they keep releasing the same game every year. I don't do that. I play games that I know I'll enjoy and will love for a lifetime. And I did. I legitimately did. But then you did this. And you called us emotional about it. You called us having attachment issues. Well, I'm glad to know caring about how your perception is and caring about, you not having a monopoly and you actively doing a correct thing is so much of a problem. I didn't know that caring about doing things legally was such a big problem to you. Because if that's really how you feel, then I don't feel bad for what I did today. I traded every single thing away. Everything. The PS5 gone, the controller's gone, the game's gone, everything. Everything is gone. I just replaced it all with an Xbox now. I have an Xbox Series X that now I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of my life because, well, Sony, guess what? You lost me as a customer for it. You lost me. 100% you lost me. I just can't possibly understand why you thought everything you did up at this point was a good idea. GTA 6 not having a physical disc, I thought, okay, I'll just skip it. You know, it's the most anticipated game of all time. One that I was even planning to play. But you know what? If I can't play it, I can't play it. Simple as that. I don't mind it. But then we're canceling every single one now. And with the month that we had to deal with you not saying anything about it, even though we constantly berated you over and over about it, you've decided, no, we're going to double down. Why? Because it's apparently more profitable. I didn't know it was more profitable to completely cut an entire part of your buyers, your consumers, completely out. In what way was that more profitable? How? I didn't know cutting off an entire part of people who paid you money was profitable. Why? Why was it profitable? So they can buy from you directly? Is that what this is? You're actively saying this is more profitable because we buy from you and only you now? Well, no. No. This isn't happening. I won't let it. Like I said, your stuff's already gone. I'm tired of this. I'm sick and tired of you just fucking everyone over. And everyone that, if I don't even think this video is going to do anything. I doubt people are going to watch it. But if you are, please consider at least getting rid of it. Get rid of your PlayStation altogether. Just get rid of it. Sony doesn't care about you. I know companies all the time don't care about you. They care about money. But it's obvious some of them do pay more attention than others. And that is a fact. I know every single company can be greedy. I understand that. And there's no reason we need to go on a barge with every single one of them, all for, the littlest of things. Look, I get it. We're picking the lesser of evils. I understand that. But I would rather go with a company that actively knows that ownership is important, and meanwhile, the other side is actively telling us we're not going to own anything, and we just have to trust them when they've already shown they can't even keep things and have us not be refunded for it. Deleting 500 movies right out the gate. No one getting refunded. No one gets anything. All because of what? You couldn't pay a license? You couldn't pay a license. And we don't get our money back. How is that our fucking problem? I hate cussing like that. I do. I hate it. I hate being this mad over it. But I am. Because Sony, I've been with you for decades of my life. 2 decades of my life almost. I've been PlayStation. Every single time. And now you completely fucked us over. 2 decades. For this fucking snake way of dealing with this. I'm not sorry about what I did, Sony. It was you, not me. If you ever, and I mean ever, reverse your decision, that'll be great. That'll be great. But I'm not gonna know. I'm done buying from you. I'm never buying from you. Never again. I won't see Spider-Man movie, and I'm sure there are people who will go and love it and care for it anyway, regardless of what I say here. And I don't blame you. Don't let me stop you for that. I won't see it though, because I don't want to give Sony any money anymore. You won't receive a single cent from me. No matter how much you think you will not. I never liked your exclusives much anyway.